Hi everybody. I know that I've kind of been MIA in terms of the vocal toning, but there's no time like the present. So we have left Hod behind, Hod, which was the idea of humility, of enduring through internal struggles, and we're now in Yesod. Yesod is the final sphera, it's the final channel in the gut center before we move on to Malchus. So Yesod is all about bonding, connection, reaching out and uniting with the other. That's why Yesod correlates in the body to the reproductive organ, because it's the primary and most intimate point at which two people can connect. And also through Yesod is the ability to create and to give birth to a new human being. So in Yesod, it's actually interesting because Yesod, on the one hand, is a sphera through which a lot of darkness has come into the world. There's been a lot of trauma and violence associated with this particular intimate area, and yet also it's representative and connected to the greatest expression of love. So there's a tremendous amount of creation and destruction that happens through this channel of Yesod, and also it's through the channel of Yesod that we're able to most become manifest in the moment, in the here and now. To become extremely present. And that's why it is the final sphera before Malchus, which is the idea of actual physical manifest presence. So Yesod is extremely important. It's not just dealing with intimate relationships, but relationships in general, friendships, connection in any way, right? Not just even connection between us and another person, but connection between us and ourselves, connection between us and the world around us. And Yesod is also thought of as the foundation. That's why it's the foundation of everything, because the foundation of this entire world that we live in are the relationships and the connections that we make. You know, it says in Bereshit, when Hashem creates Adam, when Hashem creates Adam, he says, it's not good for man to be alone. Now, man is not necessarily just man ourselves. Obviously, it refers to man because Adam was a man, but humanity in general, it's not good for us to be alone. That's why we need Yesod. We need that connection. So yesterday was Chesed Yesod, which is the idea that when we're developing a relationship with another person, we need to be willing to give of ourselves. We need to be able to be vulnerable with another person. This is the idea of Chesed, of love and kindness, to open up and give to another person. You know, we can't just be constantly receiving. A lot of people nowadays, when they look at relationships and wonder why relationships are so like in the toilet, is because a lot of times it's very transactional relationship. I'll give to you so long as I receive from you. But the idea of Chesed Yesod, which was yesterday, is I'm just going to give to you because you are deserving of being given to. You know, I'm giving to you because I love you, because in order for this connection to work, we need that connection. Now, on the other hand, which is today, is Gevurah Yesod, which is withholding. That whole idea is the idea that we need to set boundaries. You know, if we're open to everybody, if we're open in all of our relationships, then all of our relationships are meaningless, because there's this idea that in order for some relationships to be special, other relationships need to be not as special. You know, the connection between a husband and a wife has to be, by definition, more important than that between two friends or two coworkers, right? I'm a teacher. The connection between myself and my children is 100% going to be more authentic and deep and meaningful than a connection that I would have with any of my students, just because they are my children. My students, obviously, I want to be able to foster a positive student-teacher connection with them. However, at the end of the day, they are not my own children, right? And so there's this idea that you need to withhold sometimes. You need to set boundaries. It's important when we're connecting that if we give everything away, we'll have nothing to give for ourselves. And so when we're connecting with other people, it's extremely important that we know when to set proper boundaries, and also to have that disciplined approach. When is it appropriate, even with those people that are really close to, when is it an appropriate time to be open and vulnerable and to share, and when is it an appropriate time to withhold? So that's why Gevurah Yesod is kind of like, I don't know the word to use for it, but it's this idea of it. It's the lever that allows us to be able to figure out how much to withhold. So Gevurah, we know, is the vowel, and Yesod is u. So the vocal toning meditation for today is going to be u. Deep grounding breath. Here we go. Have an amazingly blessed day.